Hello, this is Tony Clarkson again from the Sanctuary of Healing, and I'm here with my colleague and good friend Michael G. Reccia, and today we're going to be discussing the book From Here to Infinity. And I must confess that when we decided to do this, I had to go back and read the book again, even though I was there when the book came through. I'm so glad that I read it again. It's just such an amazing book.
Yes, I do.
And on the front cover, it shows a hatch. And I know Joseph refers to this as a very apt
metaphor for where we're eventually going to, and where we did originally come from.
Yeah.
The titular infinity.
Yeah.
How do we describe this book? It's a vast book, not necessarily in number of pages, but in its concepts, in what it brings to the reader. It aims to expand consciousness, aims to expand potential, aims to expand our ability to change ourselves for the better and to change the world for the better. And Joseph, in the book, examines some huge concepts: time, space, distance, loss, memory, and much more, life being a projection. And he turns on their head these concepts and looks at them from a spiritual viewpoint and explains what we're truly capable of and how we should be measuring some of the illusions that we put around ourselves in society.
In fact, what we're truly capable of, Joseph is making that comparison that as angelic beings in human form, we actually on earth can make those changes that are possible on the other side as well.
Yes, one of the chapters, as you would expect, covers infinity. And that's a mind-blowing concept. That's a multi-dimensional concept. But Joseph manages very successfully to put that into words and then says, all this that is taking place in infinity is also within you now. So the properties and the qualities that you have as an angelic being existing in an infinite state are with you now. And you can draw on those properties to change your life challenges, to change your own life, to change your approach to others, and to ultimately change this world back to the harmonious place it's supposed to be.
And what came through very clearly to me was that the way that we do that change, the way that we enact it in our everyday life as creative beings, is through our thoughts.
Yes.
And that we have to be in control of those thoughts.
Yes, and that those thoughts don't have to come from the head mind. That's another important point that runs through all the books, is that we have two points of consciousness. There's the head mind, which is the computer, which is the way in which we view the physical world, and we have the heart mind, which connects us to the divinity within and gives us so much power in bringing through and out light energy into the world and into our own lives to change things.
And that's the key, isn't it? That we can only do those changes through the heart mind.
Yes, we can't do them through the head. The head is a fight or flight approach to life. The heart mind is a spiritual approach to life, an angelic approach to life.
One of the things that Joseph confesses in the book is that he and all his colleagues have chosen not to go through that hatch.
Yes. What a sacrifice. As long as we're here, and as long as we're suffering, and as long as we haven't got out of the effects of the fall, Joseph and his colleagues have chosen to remain behind in the final, as it were, cleansing sphere beyond this physical earth, until such time as we're all out. Until such time as every soul that was involved in the fall has been taken out of this illusion and is back in a state of harmony and spiritual peace.
That's so humbling, isn't it?
It is humbling, that they would do that for us.
And isn't it good to know from our point of view that we have so much help around us?
Yes.
On all sides. We think, so many people think they're alone, but actually Joseph represents millions and millions of souls.
And there is a chapter that covers that, called Paper Thin in the book.
Paper Thin, yes.
That says that the walls that we perceive between ourselves and the people who are on higher dimensional, or in higher dimensional realities, are paper thin. And the moment that we want to connect with them, we do connect with them. We might not feel their influence, but their energy is with us, their good intent is with us, their protection and their help is with us always, always.
And this is the thing, we don't recognize it. We acknowledge it at times, like knowing when the phone's going to ring, when somebody's that you were thinking of actually rings you.
Yes.
People don't recognize that as a connection through the heart mind.
No, we're steeped in materialism, we're steeped in the physical. If we went into the silence regularly, we would increasingly recognize those incidents that happen through the heart mind. But we have to give time to that exercise in order to recognize them. But there's such comfort in putting in that time, because out of it we get that conscious connection with those souls who are trying to help us and trying to help us in changing this world back to what it should be.
And I think that's a theme through all the books, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's where we have to be.
Yes, it's a connection to our spiritual self, a connection to other spirits, and a connection to the heart mind and the divinity that flows through us, through the heart mind, through the core of our being.
Exactly. Michael, thank you so much, as always, again.
Great pleasure, Tony.
For such clarity on this most amazing, wonderful book. And from my point of view, it's been such a delight to revisit it. And in revisiting it, I appear to have taken new wisdoms from it that I didn't get on the original reading.
There's a lot to take in.
There's a lot to take in. And I think as each of us grow, it opens up new wisdoms when you read the book again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Indeed.
So thank you very much indeed.
Great pleasure, Tony.
From Here to Infinity, I can just recommend it to everybody. It's the most marvellous, marvellous book. Thank you for listening. And if you've enjoyed our little talk, please press the subscribe button. And for more information, our website will come up on the screen after this interview. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. God bless.
Bless.